Hello, thank you for stopping by. My name is Angela Titel. I am a psychologist. I live in Hamburg. Here I have my practice and I also work online with the clients from all over the world. This is my very first video and here I would like to tell a little bit about myself, what I do and what can I do for you. As you may recognize already, English isn't my native language, so if I make some mistakes, I ask you to excuse me. But still, the main purpose of any language is to help people understand each other. I hold sessions in English. It works for my clients, so it works for me too. What do I actually do? You solve people's problems. That's what my clients used to say, and I think I will go with that. I actually help people to overcome their struggles and suffering, and to create a breakthrough in their life. I help people in difficult situations or difficult periods of their life when something doesn't work as they want it to, when they feel down, stressed, frustrated, when it feels like everything is falling apart, getting out of control. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's money, health, career, relationship, business or any other personal matters. I also help people to unleash their potential by setting them free from limiting mental models. It is something in our head what doesn't let us go beyond our typical pattern of behavior or emotional reaction. Because there is always a reason why some things are running in our life and some aren't. And it's not only about our actions or our logical understanding, because all of us understands what we should or shouldn't do. But when the time is coming for action, we often do something completely different. Because we get driven by our feelings, by our emotions, by hidden reasons and mechanisms of our subconscious. That's why people keep on doing the same mistakes over and over again, or keep failing their goals. Only when we can truly see these hidden reasons and mechanisms and understand our feeling, we can break the pattern and make changes in our lives. Not that long time ago, I had a client. He's a senior manager in one of the top 100 companies of the world. He's very skilled, he's very talented, and of course he wanted to grow his career. In the next few years he would like to get a top management position. But as soon as he started to further his career, trouble has came. He started to feel unconfident, he started to doubt himself, his decisions, his style of management and leadership. And when he came to me, he said, I don't know what's happening to me. I'm totally stressed. I have a lot of responsibilities. A lot of things are falling on my shoulders. I need to take decisions and I need to make it fast. But I'm doubting myself at each point. I feel that I don't fulfill my role. I am very much under stress and cannot do anything about this. When we started to dig deeper to understand why it is happening, we discovered that it's a fear. Fear to lose and become poor. See, my clients grew up in a very poor family. Money was barely enough for food. Everything what he has in his present life, he got all by himself. So now, when he got a lot of responsibility, a little tiny voice in his head started telling him, what if it's too much for you? What if it's more than you can handle? What if you will fail and get back at the same point where you started? This fear took control over his life. His life wasn't driven by his true self, but by this fear. And during our work, we got to the core of this fear, because we don't fear what will happen. We fear how we will feel when it happens. We walked it through. My client overcame his fear, and a few days later, after our last session, he called me and said, I feel completely different, free and confident. It became easier for him to take decisions. He stopped doubting himself, and also an idea how to optimize a business process in his department came to his mind. That's what actually happens when our life is driven by our true self. We win. Another client was a woman who was getting panic attacks. When she got her first panic attack, she thought that her heart is failing. So she called an emergency. They took her, brought to the hospital, checked her heart conditions, but everything was all right. So they sent her to a psychotherapist. Psychotherapist put her on antidepressants, and while she was taking antidepressants, everything was okay. As soon as she stopped, panic attacks returned. She decided to come to me to understand how she can deal better with her feelings and make panic attacks stop. During our work, we discovered that she is not working now. She is staying at home with her small child. And when her child is screaming and crying, she feels helpless. Also, we discovered that she feels helpless quite often in her life, in different situations. For example, she has a hobby, she is painting portraits, and she would like to earn with it. She has this desire for 2 years and still didn't take any steps to make it happen. When she was thinking about taking orders, handling clients, she was scared to not be able to do it and feel helpless again. So we worked with her feeling of helplessness in her life, and we worked it through. She stopped taking pills. She started to deal with her feelings. Her panic attacks got less and then completely stopped. On our 9th session, she came to me and said, you know what? I called to a gallery to propose them my services. And surprisingly, they said yes. Also, she stopped feeling helpless with her child, and her son became calmer. He stopped crying that much. That happens very often with children, because small children, they are reflecting emotional state of their parents. This was only 2 things what I shared with you, and there are much more I promise to share with you in my next videos and articles. So please subscribe and let's stay in touch. And there is one more thing what I would like to say. I also noticed during my work with the clients, when people start to deal with their feelings, when they make steps towards their true self, their life is changing, but also their body gets healthier. I had a client was a woman. She had migraines, and we were walking about on her relationship with her husband and children. When we walked it through, when she could overcome her suffer and her struggles, understand her feelings, she stopped getting migraines. There are psychological reasons for our sicknesses. Our body is also telling us something, that something is not okay. If now in your life you feel down, frustrated, stressed, when something isn't working as you want it to, let me be there for you. Let me help you to understand your feelings better, to make steps towards your true self, and to win. Just write me an email, we will schedule a meeting, online meeting or offline if you are in Hamburg, and I will be happy to help you to figure out what is happening and change it. Thank you for your attention, thank you for your time and for being with me. I hope to hear from you soon.